What's poppin', gang? It's your girl Tiana. Whoa, and I am back with another video. As you guys can see in the title, it is day 2 of Vlogmas, and it is about 4:45. Ooh, it's 4:45. I'm on my way to get my eyebrows done. As you guys can see in the title, I'm gonna be showing you how I made my Vlogmas intro, because I feel like that's really helpful for like new beginner YouTubers. But yeah, so stay tuned. So I got my eyebrows done and they look good. I'm about to eat first. Eat some of the soup that I made. And then, actually it doesn't look that bad. Hold on. Like, it really doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But it tastes so good. So I'm eating some of that. I have some salad as well. And then I'm straightening my hair, and then I will go into detail on how I made this Vlogmas intro. And yeah, I was gonna invite my friend over with her dog, so Bobby can have a play date. But I feel like we're about to be chilling. I'm probably gonna smoke some hookah while I do this vlog. Ratch the straightening of my hair, because I'm definitely not gonna do that. But what I just did is I just bought some cookies. And I'm so excited. So I'm about to eat this soup. And then I also realized that I have Texas toast in the refrigerator. So I'm actually gonna put that in the oven real quick. And then I'm gonna get straight into editing how I made my, I'm trying to get some good lighting. Oh, bitch, what? Sorry. Anyways, sorry, my eye's super lazy, so it is what it is. It's just lazy. Whew, I'm tired. But yeah, so then I'm gonna get right into how I made this Vlogmas video or intro. And it's gonna be a voiceover because obviously I didn't record it while I was doing it, so that kind of just doesn't make sense, or at least it didn't work out how I thought it should be. But I hope it's very informative, and then I'll come back and I will show y'all my cookies. And yeah, because I just realized that Freeform has this Christmas on, like Freeform, and it's a done deal. Like, this video might have to get cut short. Not cut short, but just not include me straightening my hair, to be honest, because I definitely want to just watch this Christmas, because I love that movie. It's my favorite movie ever. Oh my God. I just had a moment. I'm the most. I am so extra. Like, but yeah, so let's just get into how we made this. Well, I made this. Who was we? Oh, me and God. You know. But anyways, yeah, I'll get into how I made this intro, and I'll see y'all soon. Okay, so first you're gonna open up Keynote, and when you open Keynote, you have the option of a standard or a wide presentation. I do it in wide because it fits for YouTube, as far as like the thumbnail, the video size, all that. Then you're just going to delete everything that it comes with automatically. And here I'm choosing to upload the background and insert all the stuff that I've already created through Canva, which I'll get to in a second. So this is the background that I chose, and this background is on Canva and it's available on Canva. I don't know if it's free or not because I pay $12 a month for Canva. And to create these Christmas bulbs, I just use a circle, a bow or a ribbon, and then the line tool. And you can find those in Elements. And here I'm just changing the color of the bulbs because initially I had them as the dark color, which is in the right corner, but it just didn't look good. So you can just play with the colors, make them whatever color you want. I decided to kind of just mix it up and make it look more like how ornaments look. Ornaments, Christmas ornaments, light bulbs, wow. Anyways, yeah, so I'm adjusting the colors, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it, and you want to make sure that you're doing a transparent background, because if not, you're going to get a white background. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to insert it into the document or the presentation, and I'm going to fit it to the size of how I want it to look. And this is kind of self-explanatory, but if you don't know, you just kind of like want to pull it, stretch it out, or whatever. So now I'm going to take the Christmas ornament that I made with my face on it. I'm going to insert it, and I will show you how I got this cartoon picture of myself. And as you can see, I chose to go with, right now I chose to go with a dark Christmas ornament, but I really wasn't feeling the way that it looked. But you just want to adjust it to how it is and do the same thing that you did with the other Christmas ornaments. So positioning it, and as you can see, the document kind of helps you see like where things are centered in different positions and stuff like that. So I feel like that's very helpful because you get to see without having to just eyeball it. I'm really big at eyeballing pretty much everything that I do, but I just like that that is an option, especially for somebody who is a beginner and isn't really tech savvy. I wouldn't say I'm too tech savvy, but it is what it is. And this is when I decided to change the background of the ornament. So I changed it to a white background with a blue bow in Canva, and it's canva.com, and I paid $12 for the membership like I already mentioned. But yeah, so here I'm just showing you what it looks like now that I've changed the color. And I like this so much better because I feel like the dark blue was a little bit too harsh and it just didn't look good. Or I feel like this makes the picture pop and everything. So as far as how I got this circular image, I went to crop circle.image. I just typed in crop picture image in a circle pretty much on Google. And then this website, which is befunky.com, is how I got the cartoonish animation. And I use the oil painting DL. And I use that one because I like the way it looked. It looked like exactly how I wanted it to be. And this website costs, but considering that I have a MacBook, I decided to just screenshot it. So here I'm just screenshotting and cropping. And to do that function, you're going to push Command FN and 4 all at the same time. I was just joking. You're going to press Command Shift and 4 all at the same time. And then kind of outline what you want for the image. And then here is where I'm creating the Vlogmas word that I'm going to put on the presentation. And I'm using Play Script in Canva, and I am going to position it where I want to position it, but I decided like it's kind of hard to like eyeball it where you want it. So I moved it throughout Canva, so you can move it through the pages, or you can just copy and paste and then paste it onto the page where you have like all the design that I kind of already did. But I did look at the actual original design in Keynote to see like, okay, what side is it going to be on, where I want to kind of place it. And then this is what it looks like, and you can kind of create the exact same thing that you're already creating in Canva, but it's just not going to show up as far as to get the effects if you were to just copy and paste this, unless you were just cool with just playing background music. But here I'm playing with the colors again, and I was going to go with the red, but when I put the background in, I didn't really like the way it looked because I'm not even a fan of red. So it was like, oh no, that ain't gonna work. So here I'm inserting the 2019. So I added another text. So you're gonna use the text option on the left hand side. And I was playing with all the fonts to see which font I really liked. And when I finally found one, I played with the colors. And I think I went with like kind of like a gray, but obviously go whatever you want. I mean, you're going to be creating your own type of look. So I would assume you're not going to copy exactly what I'm doing. But hey, you know, if you do want to copy what I'm doing, it looks cute. So I don't blame you. So here I'm just going in, changing the Vlogmas color to blue because I'm a blue person, I'm not a red person. So it's very important that when you finally get like each element that you kind of want by itself, to on the page to download it by itself. So if I didn't download the ornaments by itself, it's going to be one. So I'm moving the Vlogmas to its own page. I'm going to move the 2019 to its own page. So everything has its own page because when I download it and I insert it into Keynote, each part or is going to be its own. And that's just to create the animation or whatever build-in that I want for that specific object, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but when I show you as far as like building in and doing all the animation in Keynote, you'll see why you want it to be its own individual section or object. So now we're back in the Keynote and I'm adding both of the elements that I just made into the document. So I'm adding the Vlogmas, I'm adding the 2019, and then I'll also add the subscribe button. And even though like I had the sizing how I wanted it to, it'll stay the same and it'll keep that same kind of, I don't even know what it's called, like it doesn't get blurry, so you can like stretch it out and it's not going to get blurry. You just wanted to make the initial size kind of like what you wanted it to be in Canva, because therefore you don't have to stretch it out too much when you do put it into the document. So things are going to get a little tricky here. So you're going to press animate and you're going to click on whatever object you want. And so for the effect, you want to make sure that you change it from click, like start on click, to start automatically. And you're going to be on the build in. And the build in is how the object will come into the presentation. So like how to present itself while the presentation starts. So for each one, what I did is I clicked on the ornaments that I entered, so the 2 ornaments, and I just put appear for now. So for the ornament for myself, I just made it appear. For the Vlogmas, I just made it appear. 2019, I made it appear. And you're doing this just so it can automatically have an effect and it makes things easier. And then you can go back in later and change what kind of effect you want the build-in to have. So after each object or, build has its own effect, I'm going to go back in, I'm going to click on all of them, and I'm going to change whatever start I need them to have. So like I mentioned earlier, you want to say start after a transition or automatically. So each one after build 1, you want it to put, oh, it's going to build with 1, it's going to build with 2, it's going to build after 3, it's going to build after 4. And then this is also the time where you can change how you want the effect to be. So right now I'm on the 2 little bells. So I know that I want them to just drop down. And you can also change the order by dragging them underneath each other. So I knew that the bells were first. I knew that my picture was first. So I was changing the positions on how I want them to come into the presentation or for the intro. So here I'm just clicking it and dragging the position to where I want them to go. And this is the options as far as all the effects. So I'm just kind of playing with them. I'm like, nah, I don't really like how that is. And you just do what you want to do. So for the Christmas bells, I keep calling them Christmas bells, Christmas ornaments, I knew I wanted them to come down from the top. So, and then you also can decide how long it takes for them to come down. So right now they're coming down in a second. And then for the ornament with my face on it, I knew that I wanted it to drop and then it was going to take 2 seconds. Eventually I go back in and I'm like, nah, I'm not rocking with that. And you just play with all the effects and how you want it to look. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I felt like that drop was too much for my ornament. So you'll see later on how I changed it. But you definitely want to play with the seconds. You don't want anything to be too fast. And the only thing that sucks is like when you preview it, everything like has to go like over and over again. So I feel like that's like the only thing that sucks. Like you can't just see what one effect does for one thing. So I've added the subscribe button and I'm playing with what kind of action I want it to do after it has built in. So when you build it in, it might disappear and then you want to do something after it's built in, and you're allowed to change when that happens. So you can see that it goes too slow, you can scale it too big, you can preview it. And that's the only time it kind of goes by itself because it's an action. And I'm just stretching out how big it is and how I want it to look. And obviously centering it to see what's a good position. And everything is always up to you. So you do want to make this like as personal as possible, but also something that your audience will like or they'll gravitate to. And I feel like having like these cool little effects does make like the intro kind of dope. I mean, obviously it's not like the best. We ain't over here at Tyler Perry Studios or anything like that. But you know, we're at T-Wo Studios. So I'm doing what I can. So I'm changing the build, I'm checking it out, and I'm still just not feeling that drop down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the drop down off and for the ornament with myself, and I'm gonna change it to the same building as the other ornaments and then just make it a little bit longer. Okay, so after you've done the build order, when things come after each other, you want to add a delay. So if something seems like it's coming too fast, you can add the delay and you can do as many seconds as you want. So I know like some things I don't want it to pop up, I don't want it to appear as fast. So for like the 2019, I waited a little bit and then I waited a little bit for the subscribe. So that's where you do the delay. And it just makes it look so much better because it's just not like pop, 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 things are popping up. Like it just moves too fast and it just makes it look way more clean. And obviously like playing with the preview, you get to see like, okay, I like the way that looks. After everything's done, you're going to export it to a movie. And when you do that, it's going to open up and you're going to see the option to save the movie as self-playing, yes, but you want to change it to the resolution to 1080p, and then also you want to put 0 seconds and 0 seconds because this way you don't have to wait for it to start. It's just going to start on its own because this is obviously used to being a presentation and a presentation only, and then you're going to save it as whatever you want to save it as and save it to wherever you need to save it to. And then here we're into iMovie. So you're going to input or insert the movie that you've saved and you're going to play it, check it out. I like to see how it looks in iMovie to see if I need to fix anything, and which I did. I went back, but this is just for the sake of making this video. And then for the music that I'm using, I went to ytmp3.cc. Anyways, I just typed in YouTube to MP3 in Google, and then yeah, so I downloaded the song that I found on YouTube, and then I converted it into an MP3, and I'm gonna use it for this video. So I found like a trap music, and you can see what song I used, and I'm gonna go in and I'm going to go into my audio section. I'm gonna cut it to where I want the music, and I'm gonna drag it underneath my video that I've made. And here I'm just kind of like listening to like what part of the song that I like. So you can play with it yourself, see how loud you want it to be. Here I changed it to lower because it was a little bit too loud. And then what I'm doing right now is adjusting how I want it to go in. So that marking that I have, that's like a little triangle on the left-hand side that I'm dragging, it fades the song in. So if you're not familiar with iMovie, that's kind of what that means. So you're just fading the song. And I would say you can do this on your phone because Canva is an app that's available on your phone, and so is iMovie. But it might be a little difficult because it's smaller. But I don't know. I haven't really. Actually, no, I made all my intros. My first intro was made on my iPad. So, you know, it is possible. But yeah, so now I'm just going through, checking it out, seeing what I want to do. And then also I'm going to add in a little like sound effect for the Vlogmas just to kind of have it pop. And other than that, like that's pretty much like how I did everything. And then afterwards, like once I've kind of like listened to everything, I just watch it like fully done, and I watch like 1,000 times because I'm like super anal. But this was like the final look, and I was like so cute. I was so happy, even though it took me an hour, but it's just because I'm a perfectionist, and in between I was like doing stuff. But yeah, I hope this video or this tutorial was helpful. And then after that, all you do is you go back and you save the video, and you're going to save it as a file, and you're going to save it to whatever you want, and then you're going to add it back to your iMovie or wherever you make videos. And therefore you'll always have the intro, so then you can just easily input it into all the videos that you make for Vlogmas, or if you're just using it as intro, just for all the videos that you make for your intros. And this is literally the same thing that I do for every intro that I've ever made. Alright y'all, so that wraps up my tutorial on how I made my Vlogmas video. I have made some cookies, and I have already ate 4 of them. I'm gonna continue to eating the rest of them, but I hope you all have a great Vlogmas night, fabulous night, and I will see you all soon. And like I always say, don't forget to like if you guys like it, don't forget to comment if you guys want to comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and I'll see you all in my next video.